Hey guys, welcome to After Bars Podcast. I am Sam. Sorry I'm running late. I was doing an upload for another video. Had to get my daughter settled in. It's the summertime. They're bringing in the jury now, so we're not too late. There is the two defendants. I'm gonna have to change my description because I have the brother and the father being charged, but it's the wife and the husband that are being charged. Wow. What a crazy case. I was hoping to come in a little early and I was going to do a little backstory on the case. But during the dead time, I will kind of catch you guys all up on this case. It promises to be not quite the trial of the century, not even close, but definitely a trial that's going to be getting talked about as it proceeds. It's basically an honor target, attempted unalive. The husband and wife wanted their daughter to marry a man from Iraq. She was going to college and she had a boyfriend and they were against it. So they tried to unalive their daughter because she would not honor the family by marrying this prearranged marriage with some guy from Iraq. Pretty crazy. I am completely blown away by it. One of my viewers recommended this trial, and I didn't even know about it. And I have a whole legal channel called Legal Livewire, and it's just pretty crazy that I didn't know about it. So let's wait for the jury to come in. I think they're coming in right now. All right, while we're waiting for the jury, I'm going to go roll my daughter a cheesy roll up. Okay, I'll be right back.
Please be seated. Good morning, members of the jury, and welcome back. As I told you on Thursday, what we are starting with this morning, we'll start with opening statements. So if you would please give your attention to Ms. Zoe as she makes an opening statement on behalf of the plaintiff, the state of Washington.
Get off of her. Let go of her. Somebody call the cops. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, those were some of the frantic words from numerous Timberline High School students as they watched the defendant, Ihsan Ali, put his 17-year-old daughter, Fatima Ali, in a headlock at the inner city transit bus stop in front of Timberline High School. Those were the same frantic words from the same set of students as they watched Mr. Ali compress Fatima's neck until her eyes rolled into the back of her head, until her face turned pale, and until she lost consciousness. And those were the same frantic words from the same set of students as they watched the defendant, Zahra Ali, who arrived at the bus stop scene later on, and rather than help her daughter, Mrs. Ali also put her hands and arms around her daughter's neck and compressed and squeezed until somebody was finally able to pull Fatima to safety. During the course of this trial for the next few weeks, you will hear from those students, and they will tell you the following. They will tell you that on October 18th of 2024, the students were going to the IT bus stop in front of Timberline High School after school let out for the day.
I need to turn that up. I cannot hear a
They will tell you
thing.
that when they got to the bus stop, they saw Fatima there, and they also saw her boyfriend Isaiah there. The students will tell you that as they were at the bus stop minding their own business and waiting for the bus to show up, Fatima's father arrived. And shortly after his arrival, an argument ensued between Mr. Ali and his daughter Fatima. The students will tell you that during the course of that argument, Isaiah tried to help Fatima.
Hey guys, I can pause that for a second. I wanted to say hi to everybody. Hey Kim, got Kim in the house. Shell Dove's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Who else? James Collins Cares is in the house. Good to see you, James Collins. Sherry LeBron, so good to see you, Sherry LeBron. A cheesy roll up is a tortilla with cheese melted, then I roll it up while it's hot. And it's all just melted goodness all the way through. Jane Elaine, good to see you. Good evening from France. Oh man, I was gonna try to do some French. My brother did his third year of law school in France. He practices international law in New York and in in DC also. And he lived in Poitiers. I can never pronounce it right. Poitiers, something like that. So welcome. Good evening to you from France. That's awesome. Tan Louise from Great Britain. Good to see you. Sally Starr, good morning to you. Pamela Greenlee, welcome to the community, guys. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. We're going to be covering the trial as much as we can this first week. I'm sorry I'm running late. It's Monday. I'm trying to get my daughter settled in and then get over to the podcast. And it's just been a mess. And then also upload a video from this morning. But welcome everybody here that's new. I've gotten 2,000 new subscribers this last week. That is almost double of what I already had as subscribers. So the community is going to be changing. It's a safe community, no homophobia, no racism, and that's it. You can have your own opinion, your own ideology, as long as you're respectful. You are a welcome addition to the community. So thank you so much for being here and participating in the chat. The chat can be a lot of fun sometimes. It can be a little hard sometimes. I am an emotional guy, so I do get in my feelings a little bit, and I go on these rants. And then also I've been known to cry because a police officer made a wrong decision and got one of his comrades, killed. You just never know what's going to affect me to where I start crying. Maybe that's not a way I should sell the channel. I need to rethink that. But anyways, welcome guys. Let's get back to the opening statements. This is After the Bars.
And as a result of that, Mr. Ali punched Isaiah in the face. You will hear that Mr. Ali punched Isaiah so hard that it caused Isaiah.
Let's do a different view. That's not me, guys. That's the network. Recorder P, fair use, cell phone video edited to protect the identity of the minor. Oh, they're talking about a minor witness right now. So I get it. Let's wait for them to talk about the minor while I find a different scene. There we go. No, I think I like this one. Yeah, so to the regular Samsters, those are the regular people that are here almost every day in the community. We call them Samsters. So my name is Sam. It's something that got started in the very beginning. I like it. I don't think it's a compliment, but it just shows to go how close we all are. Darcy, did I say good morning to you? Good morning to you. Ben Bacon Bits is in the house. Bueno. Está bien? Yes. Very, very, very good. Joe Mama, good morning to you. Your mama. Boom. That's right. I said your mama. Boom. Boom, boom.
What's happening?
Hey, Jen Marie, good to see you. Good morning to you. When are we streaming, bro? I'm ready. Okay.
And finally, they were able to get Mr. Ali
let's do it. tonight. The only thing is I have to
You
take
will
my
also
daughter to
hear
the
that
library
during that
today.
struggle, Mrs.
So I will
Ali
talk to
also
you
showed up to
after the
bus
show.
stop scene. And you will hear testimony from witnesses that rather than helping her daughter in that situation, Mrs. Ali also proceeded to wrap her arm around Fatima's neck and was compressing her neck, causing Fatima to have difficulty to breathe until somebody was able to pull Fatima to safety. Another witness you will hear from is Fatima herself. And during the trial, she will tell you many things. She will tell you about the relationship she had with her parents. And she will also tell you that in the early morning hours of October 18th of 2024, Fatima decided to run away from home. And she's going to tell you the reason why she ran away from home. Fatima will tell you that later that day, she went to Timberline High School, the school that she used to attend, and she spoke with her former counselor. Fatima will also tell you that her plan was to board the inner city transit bus so she can go to Haven House, which is a youth residential shelter. Fatima will tell you that after she got to the bus stop, she saw that her father also arrived at the bus stop. After her father arrived at the bus stop, Mr. Ali started to yell at Fatima to try to get her to go home with him. Fatima will tell you that she told her dad that she didn't want to go home at that time. And she will also tell you that a struggle ensued. And when Isaiah, her boyfriend, tried to help her, Mr. Ali punched Isaiah in the face. Fatima will tell you that after Mr. Ali punched Isaiah in the face, he then proceeded to grab her and wrap his arm around her neck. She will tell you that after that, things became a little bit blurry and a little bit hazy for her. And she doesn't remember much about what happened after her father put his arms around her neck because she eventually lost consciousness. Fatima will tell you that when she came to, she saw that her mother was also on the ground with her. And rather than helping her, her mother at one point also wrapped her arms around Fatima's neck, which caused Fatima to have difficulty breathing. Fatima will tell you that at some point, somebody was able to pull her up from the ground, and after that, she and Isaiah ran into the Timberline High School building to seek safety and shelter. Another set of witnesses you will hear from are the school employees, and they will tell you about a no trespass order that was issued against Mrs. Ali, prohibiting her from being inside Timberline High School.
Okay, I'll get rid of
They
the
will
ads.
also
Just
tell
give me
you
a
about the
second,
no contact
Darcy's.
order that was issued, prohibiting Mrs. Ali from having any contact with Isaiah, from having any contact with Isaiah's place of residence.
Okay, the ads are
and from
turned off.
having any contact
Sorry about
with the
that.
school, which was Timberline High School. The school employees will tell you that on October 8th.
So did you guys hear what she said? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the case or what you've seen. This is the incident that she was talking about. I'm just going to show just a quick clip of it. Trigger warning, it is a little violent.
Lots of bystanders, friends.
So yeah, lots of bystanders came over and tried to help. The dad did punch the boyfriend and then had his sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that was just a clip of the attempted honor unaliving. That's the dad right here. He was beat up pretty bad by the bystanders, which is good because he felt like he was in control of the situation. he had his daughter in a chokehold, and it was awful. And I apologize for being muted for so long, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me now. Yeah, so I just showed you guys just a little clip of what the prosecutor was just talking about of the incident. There is a longer clip. I don't feel like I need to show it right now. Maybe we'll show it if there's some downtime in the trial. I'm basically going to cover opening statements today, and then we'll catch up with the trial again tomorrow for hopefully a full day's coverage. But I'll definitely be doing recap, pre-recorded videos, things like that. So make sure you turn your bell notifications on, and let's take a listen on what's going on in the trial. And sorry if you guys can't hear too well. It sucks if you can't. Hopefully Court TV will fix that as soon as possible.
Of 2024, a little bit after when school let out at approximately 2 p.m., a frantic and scared Fatima and Isaiah ran into the front office area. And they will tell you that when Fatima ran inside, she was screaming, "My dad tried to kill me." The school employees will tell you that shortly after Fatima and Isaiah ran into the building, Zara Ali also ran into the building. The employees will tell you that knowing that Zara could not be there, they tried to get Zara to leave. Eventually, after Zara left the school building, the school employees placed the school on lockdown for the safety of the students. Another set of witnesses you will hear from are the law enforcement officers from the Lacey Police Department. And they will tell you about the investigation that they conducted in this case. They will tell you about the individuals that they interviewed, and they will also tell you about the video footage of the bus stop incident that they received and collected as part of this case. You will, in fact, get to see the videos for yourself during the course of this trial. And finally, another set of witnesses you will hear from are the medical professionals from Providence. And they will tell you about the effects of strangulation on the human body. They will also tell you about the injuries that they observed on Fatima. You will hear that Fatima had abrasions, she had bruising, and she also had petechia on her neck and on her face. And the medical professionals will also tell you that due to what happened at the bus stop, Fatima was also diagnosed with a condition called pneumomedium sinum, which is in essence when air leaks out of your lungs into other parts of your body.
Wow.
And the medical professionals will tell you that due to what happened at the bus stop, Fatima ended up being admitted to the hospital for several days. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there will be lots of evidence that will be presented during this trial. You will see lots of photos, and you will see many videos. I also ask that you pay close attention to the testimony of the witnesses from the witness stand, because what you will not get when you go back to deliberate is that you will not get their taped statements, you will not get medical records that were in this case, and you will not get the police reports in this case. So I ask that you pay close attention to the testimony of the witnesses. And then at the end of this trial, my co-counsel, Heather Stone, will come back before you and deliver.
What a trip. Did you guys hear that? They will not be receiving in their deliberations the police reports or medical records. So she's asking them to pay close attention. What a difference from the state system to the federal system, right? Or actually just Washington state to, say, Massachusetts in the Karen Reed trial, where they had access to all the evidence that was offered to them in the trial. In this trial, they're not going to get to have any of that stuff in deliberations, and that is mind blowing to me. Absolutely mind blowing.
And deliver her closing arguments. And at the end, we ask that you return a verdict of guilty on all charges against both Mr. Ihsan Ali and Mrs. Zara Ali. Thank you.
Thank you. Members of the jury, if you will now please give your full attention to Mr. Kading as he makes opening statement on
Here's the
behalf of
defense for the
Mr. Ali.
Hey, good morning.
charged,
couple of things.
the defendants.
This case is about October 18th of 2024. October 18th, 2024 was not a day like any other day. You're going to hear from witnesses about what happened that day. I'm going to tell you the day
I'm going to turn on
about 4 a.m.
the closed caption, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see them.
She ran away from home. She didn't tell anybody. She had never said anything about leaving home. She knew for a fact she was going to be traveling later that day. She didn't talk to her parents about what was happening in terms of her not wanting to go. She didn't make any complaints to them. She just got up early and left the house. Her parents, concerned when they woke up, they called the police and made a report that she had run away. They went out and looked for her.
So basically, he just said, sorry, I know you guys are having a hard time hearing it. So I'm just going to like recap quick little sections of it. He just said that she had ran away from home and they had made a police report that she had ran away.
Talked to the police throughout the day. You're going to hear from Officer Hang, who's going to say, yeah, he talked to them throughout the day. They were never told one thing about where she was that day. You're going to hear she was at Timberline High School for most of the day. You're going to hear that she had told people she had run away. But you're also going to hear they never relayed that information. You're going to hear that Mr. Ali went to the school to look for her. You're going to hear that he was sitting in his car waiting after school to see if he could see her come out. And you're going to see that he saw her. What you're also going to hear is from Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams saw Mr. Ali's truck before Mr. Ali saw him. And he said to his friend, when he saw him sitting there, before anything had happened, he said, be ready. It's an unusual statement, but that's what he said. You're going to hear that Mr. Ali had a conversation with his daughter about coming home. It's not yelling, not out of anger at that point. And you're going to hear that Isaiah and Fatima started struggling. Isaiah inserted himself into the situation. He got between mother and daughter. He was going to be, as a 16-year-old kid, the person making decisions apparently in this case. You're going to hear him testify that he was punched. But you're going to watch video in this case. And it's very important, the video in this case, because this incident was captured on video in its entirety. People are going to testify to different things, but I want you to be careful about what they say versus what you see. They're different.
There we go.
I'm going to ask you to take careful notes of what people say. And I'm going to ask you to carefully watch the videos that are going to come up here. And I'm going to ask you to compare them. You're going to see the credibility as an issue in this case. People don't always remember what's going on. Fortunately, for Mr. Ali and his wife in this case, it's on video. People relayed to the police what they said happened. It's different than what's on the video.
Morning, Danette.
So I want you to pay close attention to everything. Next thing we're going to talk about is the medical in this case. You've heard that Fatima had some abrasions, some petechiae, those sort of injuries. And you're also going to hear about this pneumomediastinum. Okay? This condition is when you have air in your cavity of your chest. And it happens in different ways. And you're going to hear two main ways it happens. One is puncture injuries. In this case, there was no puncture injury. The other way that it happens is if you have blunt force trauma, the most common way, likely what happened in this case. Blunt force trauma, as it was explained, and the doctors will tell you, causes this injury because if you hold your breath and then you hit the ground, your lungs are like a balloon. And if you hit the ground, sometimes that balloon will pop. So if you hold your breath, it's going to pop. If your mouth was open when you hit the ground, it's not likely to cause any problems because the air would just expel out your mouth. The other thing you're going to note in this case,
Hope he's not blaming it on her.
is not a life-threatening injury. You're going to be told that it's a condition that you can get and it needs to be monitored for some time and see if it resolves. You're going to hear the doctors tell you that by 8:43 a.m. the next morning they did a chest x-ray of Fatima and the condition had resolved. It's not life-threatening. It was not something they monitored after that point. There was no evidence of it occurring other than for one incident. Likely blunt force trauma, which you'll see in the video, could have been caused in numerous ways. One of them falling to the ground, which is interesting because you're going to see in the video that they didn't really fall to the ground. You're going to see that Isaiah Williams attacked Mr. Ali. Him and Fatima were knocked to the ground after hitting a tree. Knocked to the ground where punching and kicking occurred. You're going to see 42 punches, 3 kicks to the head, all done by Isaiah Williams and his friends to Mr. Ali. So,
Yeah, he
what
was
I'm gonna
trying
tell
to.
you is, I want you
Dude,
to
that's so crazy. This defense has already lost me. So he's saying, she might have this injury, but it doesn't look like she does because of an X-ray that was done the second day. And then he's also saying that that the boyfriend started beating on dude, and he got injured, and that's why that if she does have it, it's because the boyfriend started beating on the father. Well, he was trying to save her life, so it's still the father's fault, and he knows that, but he's hoping a jury doesn't understand that.
I want you to listen to the evidence. I want you to weigh the evidence. And I want you to compare what people say to what you see. There's going to be a lot of issues that come up in this case.
I hope you guys are welcoming all the new people into the chat. Again, like I said, I got 2,000 new subscribers this last week, which I'm so grateful for. And so there will be some lovely additions to the chat, and I'm just super excited for the community right now.
I'm not going to lay everything out for you now, but you'll know when it happens that if you're taking notes, you're paying attention, you're going to see at the end of this case that Mr. Ali is not guilty of the crimes he's charged with. The state is not going to be able to prove to you what's happening. That's their obligation. So pay attention, take notes. At the end of the case, we're going to come back and sum things up. We're going to ask you to find Mr. Ali not guilty.
Thank you.
After seeing the video, I just don't even I mean, I get it. It's our justice system, and I've been through the justice system, as most of you know. But good Lord, man, it takes a special kind of lawyer. I mean, I guess not, but to take that line of defense is bizarre to me. But that's all they had to work with. So I don't blame him at all. I don't at all. I just when it's an assault and an attempted honor killing of a girl, it's just hard to watch the defense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just human.
Members of the jury, if you will now please give your full attention to Mr. Larry as he makes opening statement on behalf of defendant Mrs. Ali.
Now, she might get off on this if she just says, but she won't, says it was all her husband. She won't though.
Good morning.
Say hi to Stitch. Good morning, Stitch.
When asked
Awful Stitch impersonation.
what happened with her mom on October 18th, 2024, the incident outside of Timberline High School captured on the bus video. Fatima Ali, 17, will tell you, I don't think that my mom was trying to hurt me. I think that she was trying to protect me from the chaos. She appeared worried. She appeared scared. She was worried for me. There is one word that you will hear likely throughout the testimony of these witnesses, one observation that you will probably attach to this incident when you watch the video, and that is chaos. Absolute and utter chaos on a small patch of land next to the bus stop outside of the high school. Now, fortunately, in 2024 and 2025, you are not going to have to rely exclusively on the testimony of teenagers and adults trying to describe for you what they saw in that chaotic moment, what they were focused on, what they happened to see, what they believed they saw. Because in addition to their testimony and their personal observations, you will have the opportunity to compare, contrast, and analyze numerous videos. We are fortunate that the transit bus was pulling up for its stop to pick up its kids on its normal run of the day. And being 2024, that bus was outfitted with approximately 8 cameras, front, back, right side, left side, inside. Now, there are certain cameras that are more valuable to this analysis, certainly the front-facing one, because the bus driver, who you're going to likely hear from first today, will tell you what he saw, how he stopped the bus, and he will walk you through what that camera shows and what we can see. Now,
I haven't seen the
video
bus
doesn't
camera
capture
yet.
everything. We all know that, but it provides a baseline. It tells us timing. It tells us who is visible when people arrive on the scene. Now, we are focused on October 18th. That day began at 4 o'clock in the morning. See, my client had a trip planned to travel with her daughter and her younger son. What my client didn't know is that her 17-year-old daughter did not want to travel with her mom, despite the decision to simply abandon this trip. She never communicated to her mom. She never communicated to her dad. Hey, do I really have to go? I don't know that I really want to go. Can we do something else? Are there alternatives? Instead, she ran away 4 o'clock in the morning. Didn't have a large amount of money on her, didn't leave a note, didn't tell her parents where she was going, what her plans were, or who she intended to be with. Understandably, mom and dad were worried. Their response is they drove around Olympia looking for her. Fatima will tell you that throughout the day, on various occasions, she could see her dad's truck. And before he noticed her, she would hide, get out of view.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that it's hard to hear. If I hear anything important, I will stop the video and tell you what he's saying. But yeah, hopefully you guys can read it. I thought Court TV would fix that, but
At the end of the day, or towards the late afternoon, there's the incident at the bus stop. She sees her dad approaching. She lets Isaiah know. Isaiah will tell you that he told his friends, there's her dad.
sorry. This will be the last time I interrupted for a little bit. Tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll run my browser through a mixer, and I'll be able to run it through an amp. So it'll be much louder tomorrow. You will hear some background static noise, like white noise, not static, but some white noise. But at least you'll be able to hear what he's saying. And so I'll do that for tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Ready. It's not exactly clear what they're getting ready for, but that is what is said. Now, the state got up an opening, and this will be, throughout trial. We have different perspectives, different takes, different things that get focused on. The state said that there would be testimony that Mr. Ali ran up angry and was upset and yelling. You'll also hear Fatima describe her dad. that he walked up, he was talking in a quiet voice. He wasn't yelling, he wasn't screaming. There's the confrontation, and you will see that the bus video captures it, not from the outset, but very close to the outset. You will see the actions of Mr. Ali, Isaiah, his friends, the people standing by, their daughter. You see the bus driver stop. He gets out, attempts to intervene. You will then see the passersby who then stop, attempt to intervene, separate, and hold Mr. Ali on the ground. Around this time, you will then see my client, her mom, come and attempt to help her daughter. Now, we have the video from the bus. There's additional cell phone videos that you will see. You will see her. She is holding onto her daughter. She's not holding onto her neck. Fatima describes her mom as saying, my daughter, my daughter. You will see Fatima's eyes wide. She is just gathering her wits after this whole chaos and melee when she is under her dad. Her dad is being punched and kicked repeatedly while on top of her. She's in the arms of her mom. Isaiah is attempting to remove her from the scene, hold her away from her mom, and eventually they run into the school. I don't believe that my mom intended to harm me. She was just trying to get me away from the chaos. She looked worried. She was simply saying, my daughter, my daughter. So what does my client do? She leaves her husband behind. She runs into the school. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the accusations against my client. For what she did.
Well, he's got a much easier job than the
in the state's
than the
eyes,
dad.
is the allegation of attempted murder. It is that act that is the allegation of assault in second degree and unlawfully imprisoning her 17-year-old daughter. My client is charged with burglary in the second degree for going into the school to try to find her daughter. Finally, she is charged with a violation of a protection order that she had been served 2 days before that said that she could not have contact with Isaiah, her daughter's boyfriend. You will hear from the officer who served her that order. You may or may not see the video of that interaction.
So there was a protection order.
As you probably surmise,
So there's a protection order between the daughter's boyfriend and the mother. And so she broke that. They're saying that she tried to, that she's got a burglary charge for going into the school looking for her daughter, and that that she participated in the attempted honor killing, but that she was basically there to help her daughter, which I don't know enough about that culture to say one way or another if she was absolutely in on it with the dad. But I mean, I do feel like I know enough that she has to do whatever the father is the head of the house. If he says that that's what's happening, then that's what's happening. But I don't know. They could be highly Americanized. They could be a different, a more peaceful sect of Muslim religion. I don't know enough about it to speak on it. I know not all Muslims are terrorists, and that most, 90% of Muslims are peaceful and loving. I know that, but we just don't know what percent that this family falls into. And so maybe we'll find out more about that during the trial. If it's a certain, Orthodox that they belong to, I guess, if I'm using that correctly. And I don't know. It's a pretty interesting trial. I wish you guys could hear it better. I wish I could hear it better. But tomorrow I will have that amplified.
Client is not an English speaker. She is served with an order that says that she is to stay away from Isaiah Williams. The officer tells her you can't have contact with him, you can't reach out to him. The order and all of its peculiarities is written in English. My client doesn't read English, she speaks Arabic. She knows some English.
Thank you.
The purpose.
Modernia said, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for watching and being here this morning and participating in the chat. Modernia says, I've been learning about that culture a lot lately. They were mad that she wouldn't go back to Iraq. That's correct. And it's the Islamists we have to watch out for, not the Muslims. Yeah, thank you for correcting me on that. I appreciate that.
For being there that day was not to have contact with Isaiah. It was to locate her daughter. This case, there's no winners. I appreciate you taking the time and the service to be here and to listen intently. And I'm confident, particularly with the benefit of the video and listening to the witnesses, you'll reach a just decision and conclude that my client is not guilty of the allegations alleged by the state of Washington. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. The state may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls John Denicola.
Oh, they're going to get right to it. Hopefully the witnesses have microphones and that the prosecutors
forward,
stand
please.
at a podium. I'm praying and hoping. If not, it's going to be a long trial.
You come up here. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be true and correct?
I do.
This is the bus driver.
Ms. Stone, you may inquire when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Denicola.
Good morning.
Can you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, my name is John Denicola.
Nice.
Last name spelled D as in David, E-N-I-C-O-L-A.
Of course, he's a
And
soft-spoken
Mr.
guy.
Denicola, are you employed?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I work with Inner City Transit. I was formerly a coach operator. I'm now a transit ambassador.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I was formerly a coach operator, bus driver.
What's a coach operator?
That's a bus driver.
Oh,
I
okay.
operate the buses.
Okay.
And now I'm a transit ambassador.
You said a transit ambassador?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
new program.
And did you have a normal route?
So he's been traumatized by the incident or something. It's been a couple years, or it's been over a year, actually. That's cool. Coach operator. Like a janitor can be, what do they call that? Custodial engineer. I'm all about making my job title sound more important. Absolutely. So I appreciate it.
That you drove when you were the coach operator?
Yes, I did.
What was that?
That would have been the Route 68.
And what about in October of 2024? Were you driving that same route at that
Yeah,
time?
sanitation
Yes, I was.
engineer. Thank you.
Where does Route 68 go?
Route 68 departs from Lacey Transit Center, Golf Club and 6th, and it goes down Carpenter Road and then down Mullen Road to Ruddle Road and heads over to the mall, Capitol Mall.
Okay, so based on that Route 68, are you familiar with the area of Timberline High School located at 6120 Mullen Road Southeast?
Yes, I am.
Is that in Lacey, Washington?
Yes, it is.
And were you in or around that area on October 18th, 2024, shortly after 2 p.m.?
Yes, I was.
And what shift were you working in October of 2024?
The shift I was working, well, I actually worked from about 8:40 in the morning till 5:30 in the afternoon.
And were you working that normal shift on October 18th, 2024, then just after 2 p.m.?
Yes, I was.
Did anything of significance occur in that area that you observed on that date and time during your shift?
Yes, it did.
And whereabouts was this event occurring?
At the transit bus stop right outside of Timberline High School.
Okay. And what is the activity like at that bus stop? You said it's a transit stop, so it's not a school bus stop. So who are your clientele, so to speak?
Right. It's just a regular bus stop on the side of the road, and when I come through there, usually I'm supposed to get there right about 2 o'clock ish, 2:05, and whenever I pull up to this, I always pick up high school students and an occasional adult or two.
Okay. So is it busier than say during?
Sorry to interrupt, guys. And I'm gonna star questions as I see them. But I will go ahead and answer this for Jomama. Jomama asks, Sam, why are the police reports and medical records not being provided? They are going to be talked about, but they're not going to be provided during the deliberation. I have really not a clue. I just know some states don't allow it. I just don't know. You would think that they would be allowed to have it. But I'm going to chat GPT it here while we're listening to the testimony. And hopefully I'll have a better answer for you here in a minute. And I can look it up too on LexisNexis to see if it has any purpose. I'm sure it's some theory, some deliberation theory that someone's come up with. So yeah, give me a minute and I'll have a better answer for you.
During the week versus on the weekend?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So as you're pulling up to that stop, Mr. Denicola, what do you initially see? What do you initially observe?
As I was approaching the stop, I noticed there was a commotion going on right at the bus stop itself. It looked like a fight going on.
Okay. And did you see who was involved in that fight, whether they were adults or children or something else?
Initially, I thought it was just teenagers being rowdy, but as I got closer to the stop, I noticed there was actually a grown man fighting with some teenage students.
Okay. And when you say a grown man, what does that mean to you? Like approximate age-wise?
I'd say approximately probably 40s, early 40s, late 30s.
Okay. And when you say fighting with students, what specifically did you see, or what does that mean to you?
They were throwing punches at each other.
Okay. And did you see him do anything other than throw a punch at someone?
Yes, while he was while they were fighting, while the punches were being thrown, he did lay a punch onto the male student who fell back. And at that time, the adult actually grabbed this female student.
When you say grabbed her, what do you mean by that?
He grabbed her right, like from the front, spun her around, and then put a chokehold on her.
And what happened next?
They fell to the ground, and he held her. A couple of other students came running over, and they were hitting him, trying to get him to stop.
And where are you when this is occurring?
I was in my driver's seat. I had just fully stopped at the bus stop.
Okay. Well, did you do anything or have any immediate response while you're still in the bus?
Yes, I did. As soon as I noticed the fight going on, I noticed he was an adult. I started honking the horn in hopes of getting his attention and possibly getting him to stop.
Was that successful?
It was not successful.
So what happened next?
So I secured my bus by putting in neutral, engaging the emergency brake, and I went out there and confronted the man while he was on the ground holding the female student. And I told him, let her go. I believe I said it probably 2 or 3 times, let her go.
And how did you say that?
I yelled it. I said, let her go. Let her go.
And did he?
He did not.
So what happened next?
When he wouldn't let her go, I bent over, I reached, and I released his grasp. He was not letting go. I had to forcefully remove his grasp from her. When she was free, somebody grabbed her.
I'm going to have you pause. That's okay. I'm going to have you pause for a second. And when you say you were releasing his grasp, what do you mean by that? What does that mean to you?
Well, as he was holding her, he was clutching his arm and he was choking her. I noticed her eyes rolling into the back of her head. So, and what I did is I grabbed his hand and I pulled it off, was able to spread his arms apart, and that's when she got free.
Okay. Why were you telling the man to let her go?
Because obviously she was in distress. Her eyes were rolling into the back of the head. You can tell she was not able to breathe. The look on his face and the way he was squeezing, he was choking her.
He wanted to say he was trying to take her out. Jemima, back to the question, why wouldn't they be able to have that? It is grounds for appeal, but some judges do decide to do it. And this judge must feel like she has the reason, because the evidence is cumulative, meaning that it's just an excessive amount of evidence and doesn't want it to bias the jury. And with the medical records, that there's a lot of personal information in the medical records, too much to redact. And so they won't be allowed to have the medical records. I understand the medical records. I don't understand the police reports. But if the jurors take notes, they won't need it in this case. Absolutely not. And maybe the judge sees it that way too. And I do understand the cumulative. I don't know, I'm probably not saying that clearly, but you guys know what word I'm trying to say. I don't know why I can't say it this morning. I do understand that, where the jury can just be back there and be like, oh man, this all points to guilt, when they have to weigh out a lot of other things. I don't know, but I do get it. But definitely a great grounds for appeal is what, at least that's what LexisNexis is telling me.
And was there anyone else there besides you, the young woman, and the man that you've described?
There were several students around. Once I released his grip from her, another gentleman did come running across, and I believe he kneeled on the adult's chest. But I really, the whole time I was mainly focused on him and the female student.
Okay. Do you remember if there were any other adult women in the area?
I did notice one that caught my eye, and that was mainly because she had her phone out and she was recording. And the male student that he originally had punched away slapped the phone out of her hand and said, "You don't even know what's going on here."
Okay.
Sustained.
Mr. Denicola.
I've sustained the objection. The jury will disregard the very last portion of the witness's answer related to what someone said.
Mr. Denicola, if I specifically ask you to relate
Hearsay.
a statement, then do so. But if I don't, do not. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Denicola, when you saw or you and the crowd, so to speak, were able to get the young female released from the adult male, where was that young male, if you recall, the initial male that got punched?
He was standing at her feet from when she was laying down.
Okay. And where did the young female go, if you saw, after she was removed or released from the older male that had been choking her?
She was moved over about 5 feet away from where the adult male was laying.
And was she standing up on the ground? Do you remember?
Yeah, she was still on the ground, and somebody was holding her.
Okay. And when you talked about the adult female with the phone, and were there any other adult females present?
The person holding her on the ground appeared to be an adult female.
Okay. Can you describe how either the woman holding her on the ground appeared or the woman with the phone appeared?
I cannot describe the woman on the ground because I really didn't focus on her. But the one standing up that was holding the phone, she was wearing, I don't know how to describe it. It's when they wear the black, like the Muslims wear. I'm not sure what it's called though.
Okay, so like a headscarf or a head
Right,
covering of some sort?
Exactly, and covering. I believe it was covering her face as well.
Okay.
It was.
And when the adult male, the other adult male came over, and I know we're using adult male and adult female a lot. Do you know any of these individuals?
I do not
Okay.
personally.
The male that came over and assisted by holding down the man who was choking the younger female, did you see where he came from?
He came out of this a pickup truck that pulled into the turning lane, to that turn lane that goes into the high school parking lot.
What did you do once that male came and I think you used the phrase was kneeling on the 40-year-old or man in his 40s on the ground? Where did you go or what did you do next?
I stood up and the other students that were around the area kept yelling, call the police, call the police. So I pulled out my phone, but a student that was standing pretty close to me, I can hear the 911 operator saying the police are on their way. So I just looked, and the female, I thought she was fine. And the male was being detained. So I went back to my bus so I can get the bus out of the way for the first responders to get in.
And when you say you thought the young female was fine,
he's a hero,
any
for real.
questions? Did you look at her or have any time, I would say significant time or attention paid to her?
Yes, when I looked over towards her, she was looking at the younger male student. She was looking right at him, whispering something because it was whispering. It was kind of raspy, so I couldn't make out what she was saying to the young male. And then somebody was holding her, I believe, holding her around her waist. So I wasn't 100% sure what she was saying, but
Did you pay significant attention to it?
I did.
And about how long did you look at that before getting up to leave?
Probably about 15 to 20 seconds, approximately.
And what about the male that had been on the ground during all of this? Was he saying or doing anything while he was choking the female?
No, he did not say a word.
And this may sound like an obvious question, but how could you tell what he was doing was actually choking the female?
It's the position of his arm, the way it was around her neck, and you can see the tension in his hands, and also the reaction from the young female. She wasn't able to say anything. You can tell she could not breathe, and just by the fact that her eyes started to go into the back of her head was telling me that she was being choked.
And what was
So I guess that's a little preview of what the defense might say is that there wasn't pressure on her neck because there is some bruising, some abrasions, and some other things, but they could still say that the chokehold wasn't blocking her esophagus or, putting pressure on her esophagus. I'm guessing that's what they're going to try to do. And she's preparing for that. She's kind of foreshadowed that defense. So
that male's demeanor? Meaning, was he awake and conscious? Was he talking? How did he appear to you in terms of his physical demeanor?
I don't recall him saying anything, but his eyes were wide open, and he was focused at this task at hand. He was focused on what he was doing and nothing else.
What about the strikes that you've described from the teens that were standing around? Were those effective in any way?
Not really. Actually, the punches that the young adult was swinging did not have very much of an effect on the adult male.
Yeah, because the dude doesn't know how to throw a punch yet. He's got to go live in a cell for 18 years. And then he would have been throwing some effective punches. I shouldn't laugh, but I'm just trying to make light of the show right now. But it's definitely not a laughing matter. But I get it, man. Kids, you can't throw a punch. I mean, I wasn't able to throw a punch till I was 30. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not a violent guy. There's Aloise. Hey, good morning to you. Aloise, are you the one who recommended this to me to cover this? Thank you so much if that was you. I know you sent me something. I just can't remember exactly because I tried to answer some emails last night, but thank you if that was you. And good morning, Jimena. Good to see you. Buenos dias. I hesitated because I couldn't remember if it was afternoon or not. That's good to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. And let's get back to it.
Do you want to make a approach?
You may.
Mr. Denicola, I'm going to show you what's been marked as States Exhibits 1 through 4. I'm going to ask you to look at those silently to yourself for a moment, please, sir, and then look up at me when you're done.
Also, I want to say hi to all the viewers on X right now. We're streaming on X, which is awesome. We're going to start streaming on Rumble next week. So that's exciting.
Mr. Denicola, do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes, I do.
What are those, sir?
These are aerial photos of the area around Timberline High School.
And do those appear to be a true and accurate representation of that area as it appeared to you on October 18th of 2024?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to admit States Exhibits 1 through 4.
Any objection, Mr. Keating?
No objection.
Mr. Larry?
No, Your Honor.
Exhibits 1 through 4 shall be admitted.
Objection.
Your Honor, permission to publish.
You may publish.
I'll take those back from you. And Mr. Denicola, can you just orient us, please, to, we'll give that a moment to,
Can you indicate what exhibit you're publishing, please?
yes, Your Honor, States Exhibit 1. Give it a second to autofocus. There it goes. And actually, there it goes. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'm going to give you a pointer. That button.
All this extra stuff I don't feel is needed, but it's just the world we live in today.
Mr. Denicola, we're looking at States Exhibit 1. Can you please describe to the jury
It's a nice area.
the area that we're looking at?
Yes. Okay. So right over here, this is the Timberline High School.
And so just for the record, Mr. Denicola, remember that everything we're doing is written in a record. So I would ask you to describe on the photograph itself where you're pointing. So you identified a building about upper center of that photograph. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Upper center. And then about on the bottom center of the photograph is our transit stop, and you can see it by the little bus symbol there.
Okay.
And that's Mullen Road.
And that's Mullen Road there.
Yes.
Is Mullen Road one-way, two-way? What kind of road is Mullen Road?
Mullen Road is a two-way street, 2 lanes, one lane in each direction.
Are there turn lanes associated with Mullen Road?
There is. Let me get this over here.
Let's get ready to rumble.
There's a turn lane right by the bus stop here at the lower center.
Okay.
And it's a left turn lane to get into the parking lot.
Thank you. Looking at States Exhibit 2. And what are we looking at here, sir?
This is a closer zoomed in photo of aerial view of the Timberline High School area, with the bus stop now at the lower left-hand corner of the screen.
Okay. And States Exhibit 3. What are we looking at in this photograph, sir?
It's a wider photo of the same area at Timberline High School with the bus stop now right in the center of the screen, showing that both lanes of Mullen Road and a parking lot that is right across the street was showing on the bottom left corner of the screen.
Okay. And then States Exhibit 4.
And this is a much closer shot of the bus stop itself in front of the Timberline High School, which is shown kind of left center of the bottom screen here with Mullen Road on the side as well.
And Mr. Denicola, when you stopped your bus, where did you stop and park that bus at compared to this photograph?
The bus will pull up, and right over here we have a stop. The bus stop sign, we call that a lollipop because there's no bench or no shelter. So the front bumper of the bus would usually stop right about here,
Okay.
which is on the bottom left-hand screen.
You
just
guys,
left of
I
the
will leave
bus.
a link. I'll leave a link in the description when we're done, or I could do it while we're watching this actually, of the full video of the incident of the bus driver getting out, helping the young lady from being choked by her father in an attempted honor killing, allegedly an attempted honor killing. And it's pretty vicious to watch. I mean, it's not too much violence except for the ongoers, who just came in to try to help her.
And the incident that you have described to the jury, where on this photograph did you observe those events taking place?
When I first approached, the commotion was happening right next to our I call the lollipop, the bus stop itself, the bus stop sign, which is right here at the lower left part of the screen is where it all started, where I came in and saw it. I mean,
Did it stay in that location or did it move?
it did not. As the fight progressed, it actually moved back further west on Mullen, just about 10 to 15 feet away from my bus stop sign.
Do you recall where about you made contact with that group once you exited your bus?
Yes, it's right about there, about 10 to 15 feet away from the bus stop sign itself.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Denicola, do you recall what I know you've described the teenagers at the scene as throwing strikes, throwing punches while the man was choking the young female. Do you recall what their demeanors were at the time?
The teenagers?
Yes.
They were excitable. They were screaming. So they appeared to be scared.
When you described the young female as being in the arms of the older female, did you see exactly where her arms were on her?
Not exactly, because again, I really didn't focus that much on her.
I know you indicated that you had moved your bus for law enforcement to be able to come in. Did you see law enforcement or hear law enforcement arrive?
Yes, I did. Just before I departed the stop, I could hear sirens faintly in the distance. And as I drove away and I approached, got closer to Ruddle Road. So between the high school itself and the cemetery is where I saw a Lacey police car coming down eastbound on Mullen Road.
Okay. And how long would you say total you were on scene of this incident or at the bus stop before getting back into the bus and restarting your route?
It felt like a few minutes. I really wouldn't be able to say exactly how long.
Okay. And what did you do upon getting back in your bus? What happened next?
When I got on the bus, I told these kids that were right outside the bus, okay, come on, let's go. The police are on their way. And I made sure all the kids, they got on the bus, and I shut my doors and I drove off.
Okay. At any point, did you make a report into law enforcement or your agency?
Yes, I did. As I drove away, and I was trying to make sense in my mind as what's going on, I did request a call back from my dispatch so I can report what had happened.
Okay. And did you make a report to your dispatch about what happened?
Yes, I did. I made a report over our radio, two-way radio, and informed what I had witnessed and what I had done.
Did you finish your route that day then?
I did not finish my route.
Why not?
Another supervisor, we call them the road supervisors. They're out on the road driving around, called me on the bus.
Okay, guys, I put a link to the full video of the incident in the description. Also, make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you're here. I'd appreciate it. It really helps the algorithm. Look, just by me promoting the like button the past 2 weeks, I've gotten 2,000 new subscribers in really just about a week and a day. That's pretty amazing. And that's all because of you guys hitting that like button and really helping it get into the algorithm in a more aggressive way. And I appreciate it so much.
He asked me to wait for him once I arrived Tumwater Square. When I got to Tumwater Square and I waited for him, when he arrived, he asked me how was I doing. I told him I was okay. He asked if I could finish my route. I said I should be able to. He said, no, your voice is shaking. Your adrenaline's pumping. I don't think you should finish this route. So they brought a relief out there for me, and he drove me back to the shop, and I had to write a report as to what happened, and then they let me go home.
Okay. How long have you been driving buses for IT?
13 years.
Are you aware whether those buses have any video surveillance or cameras associated with them?
Yes, they do.
And where are those cameras located, if you know?
Okay. We have about 6 cameras inside the bus recording all the activities going on, and then I believe we have about 4 of them on the outside of the bus.
And when you say on the outside, where are the ones on the outside pointed or directed?
We have 2 up front that are one's pointed out in front, seeing the road and everything.
My buddy has a new Escalade, and it has like 23 cameras on it. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, it must be nice. Must be nice.
Front of the bus. The other one that's up front is pointed at the driver itself. And then we have 2 one on each side that sees everything going on the sides of the buses.
And how does that camera record? Meaning, is that something that is manually operated by you? Is it something that just runs whether the vehicle is on or off, or something else?
The cameras are continuously running while the bus is running. When we first start them up in the morning, it takes about 3 minutes before the hard drive warms up, and then the cameras come live, and they will stay on for the entire shift, as long as the bus is continuously running.
What about when you turn the bus off?
When the bus turns off, the cameras stay on for about another 2 hours after the bus is turned off.
And where is that bus footage recorded or maintained?
The recordings on the bus, actually, there's a hard drive on the bus where it's recorded onto the hard drive itself, and that's where they stay.
So if you want to access that footage, do you have to access it from the bus directly, or is there another means for gathering it?
They can pull the hard drive off of the bus, but if the bus is still in service, they can remotely upload the footage.
And when you say they, who is they?
That would be our We have
The deep
supervisors
state, that's
who are
who.
responsible for pulling videos for any sort of an event, and they have the technology up at the office, and they can just tap right into the bus, and it just uploads the videos.
What is the purpose of having cameras on the bus?
They're mainly for safety reasons,
Safety for who?
for passengers and for the driver.
If that footage is pulled or it's accessed, how does one get a copy of that footage?
In order to get a copy of any kind of footage on
Pay-per-view.
any of our buses, you have to submit what's called a public records request.
Mhm.
And you can just go online to innercitytransit.com and you can fill out the request there.
And so if that footage is pulled, do you know how long it's stored or maintained for?
If footage is pulled because of an event or if it's been requested, they keep them for, I believe it's 3 years. They'll keep them.
Do you have any ability to edit or modify that camera footage in any way?
No, I do not.
Would you know how to do that if that was an option to you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Have you ever had to review camera footage from your bus before?
Yes, I have.
About how often?
I'd probably review footage about 3 to 4 times a year.
And in those instances, did that
Oh, she looks
footage appear
mean.
to be true and accurate reflection of those?
I'm sorry. I hope that's not racist, but she looks mean, man. She looks either mean or scared, but I can see how she could be mean. Or I can see how she could look mean.
Events as you recalled them occurring?
Yes.
Is there anything about your prior interactions with the bus's video system that would
No,
make
she
you
looks
doubt the
scared.
accuracy of that footage or that it had been manipulated in any way?
No.
On October 18th, 2024, was the bus you were driving equipped with the camera system you've described previously?
Yes, it was.
And was that camera system recording and operating in the same fashion that you've previously described?
Yes, it was.
And are you aware whether your bus's video surveillance system captured any footage of the incident in this case about which you've been testifying?
Yes, it did.
And have you had an opportunity to review that footage prior to your testimony today?
Yes, I have.
And based on your review of that footage, did it appear to you to be a true and accurate reflection of the events or a portion of the events as they appeared to you as they occurred on October 18th of 2024?
Yes.
It's crazy. She can look mean and scared at the same time. It's crazy. My Wi-Fi, I'm getting a bad connection right now, guys. Hopefully it's been okay thus far. Hey, look who it is. It's Hazelbutt.
You may.
Mr. Denicola, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 34. Ask you to review that silently to yourself and then look up at me when you're done, please. Do you recognize what I've handed you there, sir?
Yes, I do.
What is that?
There's a thumb drive that has the video showing all shots from the camera
Everybody's
footage from that
high.
day of the event.
And how do you know that's what that is?
Because after I viewed it, I initialed and dated the tag on the thumb drive.
And when and where did you have an opportunity to review that thumb drive specifically prior to today to confirm the contents of it?
I reviewed it this past Saturday on July 12th back in the prosecutor's office.
And based on your review of State's Exhibit 34, did that appear to you to be a true and accurate copy of footage of your bus's video cameras capturing those events from October 18th of 2024?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, this time the state would move to admit and publish State's Exhibit 34.
Any objection, Mr. Keating?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry?
No, Your Honor.
34 shall be admitted. You may publish.
I seen Jen Marie say that she looks abused. I mean, she does. I mean, if I mean, I've known some abused women in my time. Ex-girlfriends. Now, I'm not saying abused by me, but like previous relationships, and I get to know them when they're like getting back on their feet, and when they're being triggered by something, they kind of flash back into that abuse that they've experienced. Even my wife currently, I've seen her in certain situations have that recall, and that her affect will turn into like fear, anger, all the above, all with that like that same stare. So I get what Jen's saying. I can't remember who asked. Joe Mama asked. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's sad. That's what I said. Your mama. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Don't. Mhm. Oh, I heard that. Oh, sorry. She heard her hand hitting me.
I tried to punch it, but you know when you hurt your when you like try to pop your finger, but it's like a bad pop and it hurts really bad. Almost feels like you broke a bone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I just like went to punch him like what?
I'm
And then you
sorry.
guys
I'm made
probably
out of
heard it,
steel.
and it probably you guys probably heard it, but like it hurts.
Well, that's what happens when you hit 250 pounds of raw steel and sex appeal.
Okay, Mr. Denicola, I'm going to start first with all of these views. I'm going to ask you to orient the jury.
I see you,
to what
Russ.
you're looking at on State's Exhibit 34. Can you explain kind of what the
I have my
what the video setup
to
looks like?
say.
for you, sir?
Yes.
So just orient the jury if you don't mind. What are we
Okay.
looking at in terms of that setup?
On the setup is all the camera angles that are on our buses. On the upper left-hand corner is the camera that's right above the driver's seat. Right next to that is the front portion of the passenger seating area. Next to that one is the rear area. Then we have the rear exit door. The one behind that one, that is a side of that's the curb side of the bus camera. The bottom left corner is showing the rear of the bus seating area. The one next to that is our street side camera. Next to that one is again another angle of the rear seating area of a bus. Then second to last, we have the angle showing the driver's side window. And the last one is the front camera, front view.
Okay, so if we're working our way through these camera systems, at the very top of the screen, is there a navigation pane?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and if I click down on that navigation pane, what does that do?
That'll show all the different camera angles that you can choose.
So if you wanted to see, for example, just one camera angle, is it fair to say you would click off all of the other views?
That is correct.
Okay, and then if you wanted to watch only two camera angles, you would just have those two playing and click off any other views that you didn't want to see.
That is correct.
Okay. And at the very bottom, what are we looking at the navigation pane on the bottom underneath each of those camera views?
Those are the timestamps.
Okay, what about above the timestamp first?
Above the timestamp.
So if you
Are you
have
talking
the
about-
arrows going in multiple directions, what are
Right.
those?
Those are the play button, reverse button, and pause buttons.
Okay, and underneath of that, do you have the ability to watch something in normal speed, a slower speed, or a faster speed?
Yes, you do. Right underneath the buttons, there's another drop down arrow where you have the option of choosing the speed that you want it to play at.
Okay, So if you clicked on that, you could see those. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the front audio button here, what is that?
That's telling you which speaker that you're listening to at that time. And there, at this time, it's clicked onto the front audio.
Okay. And you talked about the date timestamp at the bottom. Is that this white block here?
Yes, it is.
And what about this green block and the green bar running across the bottom? What are we looking at there?
That's the timeline. It follows the video as it's playing, so it lets you know exactly what time you'll watch the video at.
Okay. So if we click on the road view specifically, what view is that?
That one is the front of the bus facing outward in the direction that the bus is traveling.
So if I double click on that, it gets big, correct?
That is correct.
Do these all, as I unclick those buttons?
So guys, I don't know how much of the of it we're gonna follow this morning. I probably will when I come back from my doctor's appointment. Come back live and see where they're at in the trial today. I just wanted to make sure we got opening statements, that you guys all understood what this trial is about. I guess I could show the incident, but no, I'll let you guys watch it on your own. It's not super violent. It's real scary for the daughter, and the dad's basically got her in a chokehold. I don't know. We'll just I'll just continue with here, but I might shut it down here pretty soon. I'm just not sure yet. I know Hazley's itching to get going, and
Today we're gonna just go to the mall, and then we're gonna go to the
library.
We're gonna go to the mall and then the library. But before those two, we're gonna go and have lunch.
We are
That's what we call a daddy-daughter day.
a daddy-daughter day.
I have my special.
That is what we
daddy,
call that.
I have a special daddy-daughter shirt.
You're welcome, Sharonda. You do have a special daddy-daughter shirt. It's
that
pretty
I
cool.
got that my mom, she went shopping through a lot of kids' clothes, so then she bought me a lot of kids' clothes.
Yeah, that
But
was
it
a long
was
time
a
ago.
long time ago when I first started kindergarten.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down here pretty soon. Okay, so finish getting ready. Okay.
I have to do my makeup.
Okay.
I might go and shop at
Front
Sephora.
view, or the road view, excuse me.
She thinks we're going to
Are all of the
Sephora.
cameras running?
Hey Russ, how's it going? Good to see you, brother. Sharonda, thank you so much for being here and stopping into the show. Yeah, thank you. She is adorable. I have 4 daughters, and she's the baby. She's not a baby anymore.
Because I'm gonna start kindergarten.
First grade. First grade. So let's.
My friend is gonna start
Okay.
preschool, but he's scared of water.
Okay. All right, go. I'm gonna finish this. Okay. I gotta talk about adult stuff.
All,
Huh?
are they all the contemporaneous views, so they're synced with each other?
Yes, they are. They all run at the same time.
Okay. So Mr. Denicola, I'm going to play.
We'll just keep it going for a little while
the
longer.
View, and is that identified in this upper left-hand corner here of the video?
Yes, it is.
Is that the same for each of those videos?
That it is.
And then I have some questions to ask you after this is done, okay?
Yes.
Did you hear her say Sephora? That's so funny. You guys crazy. She thinks she's going to Sephora. It's more like Target.
I thought we were going to the mall.
We can go to the mall,
Isn't Target in
but we're gonna window shop.
window shop? Hey, where's window shop?
Just nothing. It's just a joke. Okay, I'm gonna finish.
And playing it in normal speed, is that correct?
Yes.
It's hard for me to concentrate on the trial with her here, trying to be attentive dad, but also, make a living. Oh shit. Okay. Oh wow. That's interesting. Court ordered restriction of juveniles. So I'm going to go ahead and play it then. Because I have the video of the bus driver's video. I'll go ahead and play this, and then we'll get going.
During this hour, especially during this first story that we're covering, you're going to get angry. You can't do this. They did it in a very public way in front of a whole bunch of people. But as I told you off the top, jumped in, and now we've got some video up at the moment. You see that man stepping up? Someone stops their car in the middle of the road, gets out to help and save this child. We've got more video from this, again, obtained by the Daily Mail. And in this moment, you'll see that he, again, is on top of his own daughter, trying, according to...
That's the dad. That's the dad face down on top of his daughter, who is back is on the ground.
And the folks there who were saving her, other folks that are there are calling 911. Police are responding.
He did. He was trying to kill her.
She's rescued at this point. That's
hands behind your back.
That's the officer
hands behind
trying
your back
to
now.
get his hands behind his back.
You guys step back. Was there any other parts?
That's not me, guys. That's the video.
And my mom, she's right after her.
Stay back.
Get her.
I think that's his sister.
Stay back. Stay back. Please. Right up there, I'm surviving.
Hey, stand back.
I got the mail. Sick.
Dad, that you don't have no business.
He's detained by the bus stop. He's going to be the primary aggressor.
He was trying to kill her.
What do you need? I know him.
I know it's the runaway.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Well, runaway
There-
somewhere. That's
I've got somebody in the office.
See, the cop already knew about the story. He said this is about the runaway. So there've been lots of things filed, protection orders, missing persons runaway, all the things. And this is where the family finally caught up with the daughter leaving school with her boyfriend.
maybe just witnesses, whoever saw whatever. I think that guy in the backpack saw some stuff.
All right, cool.
So,
So you good here?
yep. Somebody in the office. If you can cross-reference my runaway call, the suspect, I guess, is going to be
really aggressive. So they're in there.
Let me get my gloves on.
All right, we'll go ahead and exit that. So yeah, sorry if that was triggering. I'm sorry, Jen Marie, that affected you. Yeah, it's awful. I just wanted to show you what they were showing the jurors in court. That would be the one and only time that that I show that during this trial. You know, if anyone says like, "What's this trial about?" They can get a verbal description from me in the community. Again, I apologize, Jen. I didn't mean to upset you, but I will talk to you a little bit later. Yeah, it is super sad, guys. I know. So I guess that's it for today. I did put out a video. You guys might want to check it out. It's a juror in Diddy trial caught lying, 350 pages of notes and UN connections. Basically, he lied during the voir dire and said that he had no law enforcement connection. And he actually is basically law enforcement. He belongs to the UN counter terrorism. Well, they work with law enforcement. They're super connected to law enforcement. And he's trying to peddle his 350 pages of notes. He wasn't even a juror involved in deliberation. He was just an alternate juror. He did hear all the evidence, but didn't get to deliberate. But he does mention a couple of times that they did talk about a couple of things. It's kind of inferred, but not. I mean, it's obvious what he's saying. Inner City Press posted on it first. I was already thinking it. The things he said that they came to some conclusions before he left the jury pool, which means before they deliberated. So, because they don't find out till the end. But anyways, there's a rule called Rule 30 in the federal process, and that could highly affect the outcome of the trial. But as I've stated before, and I stated in that video, there are superseding indictments coming. I don't think Diddy's ever getting out very soon. But if he does, he'll be getting out very soon. So either way, it's a mess. It's all a mess. But hey, sorry I'm not too articulate on a Monday. It's Monday. It's manic for me. I'm tired. I'm manicky. I'm all the things. And it's summertime for me. So many daddy-daughter days. But make sure you're here tomorrow. We'll have a more articulate, succinct show. And make sure you guys catch all my pre-recorded shows. I really appreciate you guys so much for the growth of the channel, for believing in me, for participating in the chat, all the things. I appreciate it so much. It's really been an up and down process getting the show going. It really has. I've been discouraged a few times, especially when I was losing like 10 subscribers a day. And then all of a sudden, things started changing. And let's just hope the growth continues and that we mold this community into a nice, safe place. I do feel like I'm a grounded soul. The right grounded soul to help protect this community and to something that we can all benefit from. Because I know I do. You guys keep me in line. I remain to be sober. My spirituality is intact. I feel connected to God and all the things that I get from this community. So thank you so much, guys. You guys have an amazing Monday. I will see you guys either tonight with Jen, maybe a recap with the trial, or all the above. So keep your notifications on and make sure you hit that like button on the way out. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing Monday. I will talk to you soon. Sayonara. And
Real Fabio?
yeah. Oh yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah. Oh, I almost had the name.
So he's like, yeah, that dude, he didn't testify against somebody on a murder trial.